How to handle sales objections. The best sales objection handling techniques. It's too expensive. We don't need this. I'll call you back. I'll have to ask my partner. I'm not sure about the style. Your company is too small. If you have had any experience in sales, you will probably have heard some or all of the excuses mentioned. Today we are going to talk about how to handle sales objections professionally and turn that maybe into a definitely. But before we go any further, be sure to support the channel by hitting that subscribe button. Thank you. Now let's begin. The first thing in sales is you must be prepared. Like any good Boy Scout, do as much preparation as you can before you start selling. Try to identify any concerns or doubts that your prospect may have. Analyze these potential objections and try to alleviate any fears or concerns your prospect raises. Never interrupt the sales process. By this I mean, even if you already know what the objection is and how to handle it, don't try to interrupt your customer. Always be polite and courteous. You should thank your customers for the objection, because this means that you are given a chance to win the completion and close the deal. Compliment your customer on raising this issue and then diffuse the objection. Agree with your customer before addressing their objections. If you align yourself with their objections, it will show that you understand them, and then they will understand you. If you are sure that your customer built the objection on personal assumptions, you can deny this objection. You will be able to feel when you can do this. If you feel a customer doesn't like you personally, a simple trick is to ask to borrow a pen or a pencil from them. Subconsciously, they will now feel a bond as they helped you with the problem you were having. If you are not sure what the customer's objection is, asking for clarification, try to tease out any issues on the line that the customer may have. Do not try and guess what the issue is. This may be very harmful. If you are sure that some objections will be expressed, you should try to preemptive and express them yourself, bringing the objection into the open. A lot of objections can be easily handled if you demonstrate some features of the product and offer a trial. If your customers express several sales objections, write down all of them and cross them off one by one once you have handled each objection. Many objections are very subjective, as customers base them on their individual priorities. Change their priorities by showing the best features of your offer. If you change or remain some words in the objection, you may get a narrative that sounds much more positive than what your customer originally said. In some appropriate situations, you should add some humor when dealing with objections. In most sales cases, you will already have some kind of pre-relationship with your customer, and they should know your personality. A small bit of humor can go a long way, but not too much. Ultimately, this is serious, and this is sales. Always refer to previous customers who had the same concerns before they bought the product and were fully satisfied when they bought and used the product. This is a very powerful ally in your sales drive. The reference to previous customers can be very strong, especially if the customers new and previous are known to one another. This is why referrals are so strong. People buy from people. In some situations, it is appropriate to offer an exchange to your customers. Literally, this exchange is if you handle that, they will buy the product. For example, if you showed the customer that the product meets their needs or desires, this can alleviate concerns. You should show your customers that these concerns are just tiny, doubtful details, and they should not influence the purchase decision. If your customers refer to your competitors in their objections, you can warn him about certain characteristics of their product. There is no need to badmouth competitors, but there should always be a but. Example: the dealer of the road has a quality product, but our product is superior because of XYZ. If you feel that your customers are objecting and resisting the sale in normal Italy, you can step back a little and see what happens next. Nobody steps on the lot that doesn't want to buy a car, but you don't want to waste your time with dead-end leads either. If your customers do not express any objections, this doesn't mean that they don't have any. Try to tease these out. Don't allow your customers to keep hidden objections. It is not profitable investing all your time and effort into dealing with sales objections of just one customer. Most time customers are just like buses, there will be another along shortly. Always be learning, don't let them go without asking why they decided not to buy from you. Learn from the situation as much as you can and adjust your tactics and process accordingly. Making sales is one of the most valuable skills in business, if not the most valuable. As Mark Cuban said, sales solve everything. Did you find these techniques informative? Are there any techniques you have used in the past or would recommend to our viewers? If so, please leave a comment in the comment section below. Also, please try to support this channel by hitting that subscribe button. Maximum respect to you, my friend, and until next time. Goodbye.